It's the best of 3 format.
Yes, but Traveller is undefeated at the moment, so Carl Gambit here will have to put a lot of work in somehow to try and beat Traveller here.
Yeah.
4 games out of 6. They'll win 2 best of 3s because it's a double elimination tournament. So.
Right. So Carl instantly gets the has that Rage Idol out there with the Mecha Mage. Peter already played a Dreadbolt.
It's definitely a very is slightly ahead, but at obviously Traveller has managed to get the board in his favour a little bit.
And now he's got RC on the board. Curious to see how he plays this one here. He's got the Vampiric creature in hand, so he's definitely going to be flipping it.
So he's going to be able to flip it no matter what Carl does. We do see that
Yeah. And that Vampiric Demon 6/6 is a nice big body too. It's not like it was a small little thing.
yeah, right. Yeah, Vampiric Demon is definitely a good role in this deck that Peter has built. A big early body and still decent at high levels as well. But yes, this card got played by Jed. No, he's not. He doesn't want to take the damage, which is probably a smart idea.
Yeah, doesn't his deck, because he does play a JedForge half. He doesn't want to take too much damage too quickly. But he's in a good position now, being under 40 health. He gets the free JedForge loyalty play.
Yeah, he's still going to struggle to take out that Vampiric Demon over on the other side, but
He can choose to take that out or the embodiment, depending on what he chooses to do here.
he is at least not positioned so the Ice Storm is going to cause issues, but Peter is setting himself up so that the Ice Storm will be able to do some good damage here as well.
So it looks like Carl wants to be able to try to push some damage here by taking out that Wisp Minion to let his 5/2 to have a chance to get through.
I think Peter just plays the Ice Storm here into the Hydra, which will
Wipe out. Yep.
wipe out the 5/2 guy sitting on the left-hand lane, Mimic Worm,
Yep.
leaving the RC still on blue.
Yep, dangerously on the board. And then he turns out and gets the level 2 Ice Storm right off the bat, so he can potentially take out another threat. And then potentially push his... He's going to be able to push some damage through here.
Fortunately,
And this is really, it showcases the power of Rumble Spark decks with their how aggressive they can be, and having that, when you flip it over like this, it's such a big body and it can grow, and you can't just leave it unchecked, which is why RC is such a favorite archetype for a lot of players.
And yeah, such a strong archetype as well. And especially when he's got double shambling and double vampiric and the rage. Not to even to say he's got a Furious Shardback in the red half, Ice Lance Magus as well. Another raging creature in the Tempest half, as well as the Taurus Colossus as well. So definitely a lot of things that
Interesting choice here.
RSC as well. And it's just, yeah, Carl is unfortunately very much on the back foot.
Yeah.
Carl is definitely playing a much more combo style deck where he's relying on getting that Elementalist Ritual and some sprites out, I think.
Yeah, his deck definitely needs some board presence for it to really to click, and because of Peter's big bodies and aggressiveness, he's been able to keep the board fairly clear, and it's caused Carl all sorts of problems this match.
Moving where their board presence is kind of stabilizing, but obviously there is still a lot of issues for Carl to deal with. He's got quite a health disadvantage to try and catch up on.
Yeah.
Definitely just on the back foot. Can't stabilize, unfortunately. And there we go. That's just the finisher. IRC, the Spirit Leash.
Yep.
Into the IRC. Matchup as well. But I think the RSC would have been banned. I know that I think Peter was running the same deck as his RSC option in the Convergence, and I definitely know that it's one that I would have banned if I ever played him. But yeah, Peter did end up winning that because he's just got 4 strong decks that he was playing in there, and
Yeah, both him and Carl were the only people in the Convergence League who had 4 solid decks. And Peter, his decks are just so good. I mean, you look at each of his half decks here. The RSC on its own is just an amazing RSC deck, and then he's got a Necrium half that is also in its own right amazing. And then he pairs them together, and it's just, he hasn't dropped a match, I don't think, in this with this deck yet.
yeah, no, quite possibly not. I'm not sure if there was one where it was 2-1, but either way, it's been going fantastic for him for sure. And this is definitely a better start for Carl. Managed to stabilize the board right at the start, not fully move on behind. And of this still even, he does get his Thundercrash Field out as well.
Right.
Which is definitely useful. I am assuming he'll play the Goliath on his next turn, depending on what Peter wants to do here. Vampiric Demon, go block. Once again, it is a tough creature to deal with, but this Goliath is going to be able to trade with it, which is nice.
Yeah.
And get some extra damage through with the Rage Idol. Definitely a much better start than the last game. RC in hand now, I think. So
Yeah, he's going to get that on the board. Whether he's going to be able to flip it or not will be another story.
does not look like he has any way to flip it this time. This turn at least. But
Depending on what he does.
is on the board, and it does have two Vampirics, and as we said, a bunch of other ways to potentially flip it as well. The hardest flip, and the fact that he doesn't miss it at all is the important thing here. So if it was bottom five, then he might be in a decently bad position, but as it is, he's got it out, and that's just a matter of time until it gets flipped again. Foolish, yeah. It was either that or disintegrate at that point, I think, but saving the disintegrate for later is probably fine. Because obviously it's such a... It's got a lot of damage.
For a level 1 spell, yeah.
So,
Yep.
level up the Spirit Leash, so that can be a -8, -8. Is it level 2, -6, -6? Sorry.
So I wonder if Carl's going to ping him here right to his face. Looks like he's going to. Then he'll probably drop the Asir Mecha Mage to do some damage next.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Just keeping up the pressure here, getting Ina's health down low if he wants to.
Ooh, a Shambling Reaper.
If he wants to get some.
Does he go to get the...
If he wants to get some health back, he has to play Shamblers, which not super strong creatures at level 1. He hasn't leveled any of them up besides like the Shambler Reaper we just looked up now.
I think Carl's debating whether he wants to try to get rid of the Shambler or if he wants to play the Mecha Mage and do some damage.
Yeah. There's potential he might be able to do. No, he's not going to be able to do both, unfortunately. But
Well, no matter what he plays, other than the Spitter, Traveler can take it off the board. So like he can't play the Hydra. The Mecha Mage, he can do it to do the 4 damage, but it won't stay on the board if he doesn't want it to. And the Spitter can't. I guess he could play the Spitter, exhaust it, and kill it through that means, and his guy would trade with the Reaper. But that's if he wants the Reaper gone, that's his only play. Depends on what he wants to do here and what he wants to level up. The Mech Mage, obviously, the level 1 is really weak with stats, but it's better from level 2 and up, and the damage it can do is so much. So it does look like he's going to go to remove the Reaper. So Peter can remove it if he wants and keep his Reaper out there. Or he can let the Reaper die, get another creature on the board. And he'd still remove it if he uses his Forgeborn ability. So it looks like he's going to go with the Burnout. He did his own guy to shamble the Procket. Creative use of his Forgeborn ability there. What's that? Oh, yeah.
The whole recording has been a waste of time, unfortunately.
Curious if Peter's going to go with the Dreadbolt here, or if he's going to go with the Wanderers. He does have Rat's Will to play for free. I wonder if he's going to go with the Wanderers and fill up the board. Looks like he's going to.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Put a lot more pressure on Carl. Carl doesn't have the...
Yeah, no, I think this is once again turned into a very much favourable position for Peter.
I mean, if I'm... You know, actually Carl can play the Biologist, play the Flame Jet, and then play Darkforge Loyalty for free if he wanted to. He'd take some damage here, but he'd be able to get the Biologist across from the... get 2 procs out of it. He looks like he's going to use the Darkforge Summon to do this.
Yeah.
But he'll be able to play his whole hand here because of that. Now if he Flame Jets, he'll get the Darkforge Loyalty for free, which he does. And then he can choose... He could take out the Wanderers if he wanted here. Oh, he's going to push some damage. Okay.
Damage himself, okay. That's
Yeah.
not bad play either, but
Yeah.
Peter's damning modes. That's definitely evened out the health difference.
Yeah, and now he's got a decent board state here. He can definitely stabilize things some.
Yeah, how good we're able to try and deal with this somewhat. I do see he's got the Spirit Leash and the Nova Elementalist, so he can ping something with the Nova Elementalist.
He can get rid of that Biologist to keep his Relentless Wanderers alive.
That as well, yeah.
Oh, he doesn't use it. He's gonna definitely. Yeah, the Nova he could play across from the Lycanthrope, trade there, take off the Biologist. He could also take out the Mimic Worm with the Nova Elementalist in combat. He's got a lot of options here. He's really got he could also play the Magus and ping and kill the Biologist off with it and do some extra damage. There he goes.
And then he'll play the Nova Elementalist after, I reckon, and use that to take out the. That's probably going to be used to take out the Lycanthrope.
He might actually do it to the Rageborn Eruptor. Oh, not anymore. He might do it for the Rageborn Eruptor, though, to get that off the board. He can do 2 damage to it. He's going to use Spirit Leash to take that out instead, actually.
Yeah, okay, that's a good trade.
Because his Spirit gets the buff from it, so... Peter wipes his board again. And now he gets an Oak Father. Yeah.
He gets the Oak Father as well.
He's going to flip this right off the bat. And he's got another Wanderers coming. To play Oak Fathers with it.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Carl's got his big nuke hand available or anything like that, so
Yeah, Carl's in a bad spot.
Carl is in a very bad spot. So it looks like it might just be a win from Peter, which is not unexpected.
The guy who wanted to ban RSC, all he wins with is RSC now. That's his favorite go-to. He's got a lot of good RSCs though. It's kind of not fair how many good RSC. Like he purchased the one from Mundungu, but then after that he bought another one, but then he's pulled 1 or 2 more that have just been really good. He's got a lot of good RSCs.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've got a couple of good RSCs as well, but definitely none that have the Furious Shardback in there as well.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a very strong addition.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything Carl can do here really.
He's doing what he can to take things
Right.
Because I think he'll be able to survive this turn and might be able to.
Yeah, I think it's just he can. I mean, he could potentially draw into his Flame Jet next turn. If he can survive this turn and draw into Flame Jet, he might have a chance if he can, you know.
I think what he wants to do is he wants to rage born erupt
Into the Thundercrash Field. But I think he really wants to do Charger Mammoth onto it, is what I think he wants to do. But he's not sure.
I think, like, because obviously the JedForge will be able to take out the skeleton over on that side.
Yeah. So he's gonna drop that.
Yeah.
He's trying to. I think he's trying to see how much damage. He's gonna take 7 damage from that.
He needs to play the Goliath. There's the other Oakfather as well.
Yeah. So he can block. Oh, he's gonna take too much here. 7 and the 6.
Can't deal with all of this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's
Love to have seen one more turn to see what he would have drawn.
unfortunate. It was, this one was definitely much closer than the first game, and if he managed to survive the one more turn,
Yep.
like he can still use the Goliath to block the Oakfather in front of the Rage Idol, then use the JedForge Loyalty to take out the skeleton.
Yep.
Then he's taking 6 damage from the zombie and
7 from the.
yeah,
Just one. All I needed was one more hit point to see another turn.
it's unfortunate. That's just the way that the draws go sometimes, unfortunately. Like if Peter was off Forge on this turn,
Yep, that's gonna do it. Just enough. Close.